in this segment, I'm gonna teach you the 3 ways to handle a problem. And I would consider this a problem. The topic today we're talking about is a problem. And so let's review. And I know this is kind of a pretty basic concept, but I think it's important for us before we get to the causes and the things to do about it, I think we need to first identify there's only 3 ways to handle a problem. Number 1 is we can ignore the problem. My wife says that I do this a lot, and I'm sure a lot of you out there have heard that before, but ignoring a problem is typically like step 1 for me. And I don't know about you, but if I think about it, there aren't many problems in life that we just ignore, right? And it gets better. In fact, I think most problems we ignore get worse. And the idea here is that when we're ignoring a problem, it doesn't mean that we're not talking about it. It doesn't mean that we're not complaining to our spouse about it or that we're not thinking about it, or we probably even told our doctor about it. But the reality is nobody's really done anything yet. And so that still falls in the category of ignoring it. So if you find yourself out there complaining about it and doing nothing to fix the problem, you fall in that category. So number 2 way to handle a problem is to alter the problem. And unfortunately, this is the most common treatments that we get. So some things that alter pain. A classic example would be pain medicine. Pain medicine just changes our brain's perception of the pain. It would be silly to think that pain medicine is going to make the problem go away. Number 2 most common thing is anti-inflammatories. And so anti-inflammatories are only altering the body's inflammation. And yet it's really important to recognize that inflammation serves a purpose. Inflammation is actually the second phase of the healing process. You can see in this image here, there's 4 phases to the healing process. Anytime our body has damage to it, it needs to heal itself naturally. It does that naturally, which is pretty cool. Without medications, without surgeries, without injections. But inflammation, you can see here, is actually phase 2. And it usually lasts between 3 and 20 days, as long as the stressor that's causing the damage is removed, which we're going to talk about later. If I stop inflammation, I'm stopping the healing process, okay? So that's not a good thing. There's actually studies to show that anti-inflammatories delay the healing process. So again, the 2 most classic things we get are pain medicines and anti-inflammatories. There's many other things that are given to people. Hot packs, cold packs, ultrasound, e-stim, traction devices, all these fancy machines, braces, orthotics, all these things that are out there that are only altering the situation. Another classic example is you just simply making a big list of things you can no longer do. That's just altering the situation, so it's not fixing it. Okay, and finally, what we want to talk about is we want to talk about how to change the problem. So the 3rd way to handle a problem is to change it. Change whatever's causing the problem.